Ascent Architecture and Interiors is a commercial architecture and interior design firm. We focus primarily on breweries, medical, senior housing, storage, and working with small business owners on their tenant improvements. We have a motto in our firm of always doing better. It's where our name comes from. We live in beautiful Central Oregon, where we have the Cascade Mountain Range right near us. Really, the goal of the firm was always to improve our process, improve the working relationship with our clients, improve the atmosphere of our office for our employees. And we've really strived over the last 7 years to accomplish those goals, but they're never done. So we have a staff of 17, and we have a lot of projects. So we're always looking for tools and technology and new opportunities to help us just do more with less and to be efficient. Our firm has a philosophy of being transparent, both with our staff and with our clients. We really see it as a way to communicate with those individuals, and communication brings buy-in from both clients and from staff. When people understand the why behind what we're doing, usually it's a lot easier to get everybody going in the same direction.
One of the catchphrases for project management is manage expectations. If your client has an expectation that they can get deliverable X, Y, or Z done in 3 weeks, and that's just not realistic, but that's not communicated to them at the end of those 3 weeks, if they don't have that, they're not going to be happy clients. I think also vice versa, there's a lot of things that we need from our client in order for us to hit our deadlines. If they don't understand what expected from them, the whole project suffers as well. So the expectation does go both ways, and having that transparency and allowing them to see what effect even missing a deadline by a week can have on the rest of the project is hugely helpful.
For our team management, we're really upfront with the team about what deadlines are, what we need to hit to get there. And we're also really upfront with our clients about, this is when we can get the project done, just it's what it is. And so for us, having tools that really clearly visually show that this is how big a block of effort this is going to be for coming up to a deadline, and we just have to hit a deadline, is helpful for everyone involved, for us and for the contractor and for the client to all have this visibility around, this is how big the lift is to get there. We, maybe a month and a half ago, got through a big push. It was one of the biggest pushes we've done on a really big project. And Amy and I have been able to look at that and say, well, this is what happened, and all the way along we were able to keep everyone appraised of, this is the deadline and this is what's left and here's how we got to get there. We're able to look at that and say, well, this is what it took, and schedule-wise and in a very human way, trying to not burn people out, trying to meet deadlines in a really excellent way. We're able to look at that and say, so how do we do that better? And how do we construct a very long schedule to not have this crunch at the end? And that's something that is ongoing and we're really excited about. That
communication really is, it's a certain level of transparency, but just making the process visible to our clients allows for just a smoother process and project.
The benefit of having that clear scheduling, those clear expectations for project milestones and project durations, is that that's what it's going to be. And when we get to the end of the day, it doesn't make sense for me or for our team or for anybody involved to pretend it's going to take less time or to hide that information somewhere. And so having a clear outlook of, this is what it is and this is what comes next, and this is how we get to project success, and maybe this is how we do it a little bit differently, a little bit better next time, but this is where we are right now. It's just the best course of action, and from a business sense as well as a human sense of we're all people in this together, and why pretend that's just the way we run our teams.
The transparency that a software like TeamGantt allows is really beneficial from a project manager standpoint, because my communication with the client sometimes happens a little bit in a vacuum, and so it's up to me to disseminate a lot of information that the rest of the team doesn't get a chance to be a part of. It allows me to extrapolate important information about the client's needs and the milestones that they need us to hit in order for them to hit whatever requirements they have. Put it into a framework that can be shared, both with our internal team and also with the client and their team, so that everybody kind of is on the same page. And it's a way for me to keep me honest, make sure that I'm disseminating the right information and there wasn't a misrepresentation or a misunderstanding. It's great to have visibility from both sides.
Being able to communicate the process allows for everybody to understand what their role in the project is, and being transparent really does allow people to have buy-in to the project, and just in total results in a better project.
So I can look at almost every project that's gone really badly for me and say the issue is almost always either a lack of understanding or a lack of honesty. And being upfront with the information, whether that's information that's coming to me that I didn't understand all the way, or information that's coming to me that wasn't maybe the whole story. And then when I've been on, for teams that I've managed, when those relationships, those projects have gone really well, every single one of them I can say it's because I was really upfront. I just said, here's what it is. Sometimes it's not great news, but here's what it is. And how do we get to the end? How do we get to the end in a way that works really well? And what lessons can we document along the way to do it better the next time? But the theme through all those pieces is that we have to be honest about it. Because when I'm writing schedules, if I write a schedule that I hid tasks, or I glossed over a really, really important deliverable because it's uncomfortable to talk about, every single time that deliverable is absolutely the problem. And so my advice to project managers or people dealing with time is just deal with the reality of it and be upfront about, here's what it is. We're not going to hide it. We'll have hard conversations if we need to. We'll find other ways to work on it if we need to. But we have to be authentic and honest about what's really going on. And then from there, we can make good plans that are actionable, that we can succeed with, instead of plans that we think are going to work and then fall apart because it's not the whole story.